pleasure to welcome head coach Kalani Sitake to his program. All right, welcome. What do you think of when you hear the names Wilson, Bosco, and Staley as a former player?
Well, tradition with Wilson, because I was really young. That's not trying to make myself sound too old, but I knew about Mark Wilson, things that he did in the football field, and saw a lot of the highlights. But I mean, I was definitely a young boy when I watched Robbie and win the national championship, and I have a great relationship with him because he was a coach when I played here, and then with Luke, I mean, he's a great friend of mine. You know, he's a great teammate, and I was older. He came in as a freshman, and I knew right away that he was special. Just as athleticism, I've never seen anyone do the stuff that he did athletically, and he's really humble. You know, he accepted just being part of the team, and but he was a great support to me as a teammate, and I'm so happy for him and the things that he's done. But I knew that he'd be great as a person. I knew that his athleticism just doesn't even define who he is as a person. I just couldn't. I knew when we were teammates that he'd be a great father and a great husband, and sure enough, here we are. He's aged way better than I have too. So, but I'm really happy for them, and I think one of my last moments as a BYU football player, we were all in the same huddle, and we were getting ready to win the game against Utah, and Luke was with me, and we were sitting there listening to Robbie tell us to block like you've never blocked before, and it was a cool moment that I remember like it was yesterday, and then you know, it was a lot of fun. So well deserved, and but great men, and I'm just glad that they're able to get the accolades and get their number retired. And retiring number 6 is way better than 26 for Luke, but just really happy for them, and I know that they deserve it. So
in our first meetings together, you said, and you're quite clear, you want to focus on the stars, the star players on the team. That's who you want to talk about. These are 3 of the stars of the program. I know you want to continue to recognize the past and lead that into the future, but it's all about the stars, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean this is I don't know, I think my job is a lot easier than people think, and I probably get too much credit for a lot of the stuff when it's we have great players, and then they do a great job at playing the game, but they do a great job in the community, and they do a great job as role models, and so I'm really proud to be in this position, honored to be here as a coach. There's
a very good chance, if I were to pull my phone out right now and go to Twitter, I'd see another picture of you with a prospective BYU athlete committing to play for the Cougars. It's all the time, all over the place. I don't know if you have 1,000 scholarships to give out, but it just seems like so many people are committing and signing up to play for you. What is your pitch to these guys?
Well, first of all, I wish I had 1,000 scholarships, and if the other coaches in other sports would let me, I would definitely make offers for them, and I'd love to recruit for Coach Rose and the other coaches, you know. But I just love being around people, and I think that once again, it's not about me, and our coaches do a great job, and they believe in recruiting, they believe in connecting with people, and with the young men that are prospects to be students here at the school. And I think that you know, them being former players helps out a little bit too, but the credit goes to our coaches and how they hustle and how hard they work, and I appreciate their families allowing them to go out and recruit and spend a lot of the time talking to a lot of high school kids and prospects. But also the X factor in all of it is our fans, and there's just something about this place. And I can't speak about recruits specifically, but I can tell you that through an experience this last week, you know, I was talking to a recruit, and he said, hey, you know, I would love to play here. And I said, and he said to me, when you look at that stadium, how does it make you feel? And it's hard for me not to get emotional, you know. So there's just something about this place. And you hear Luke talk about when he got on campus, and that's why when we have people here in camps and we have people come on official visits, and they get to see something about the school, they get to feel it, and it just takes over. And when they get to meet our fans and they realize the support that we have is worldwide, it's pretty easy to sell.
There's something, though, and you're not giving yourself enough credit, so I'll bring it up a little bit, but there's something about this player and his parents sitting in your office, and all the other stuff is done, all the other recruiting visits and this and that, and you're going to close the deal here And it seems from what I've heard from recruits is football is maybe the fourth thing you talk about. What do you hit them on with their life that somehow convinces them that they want to give you 4, 5, 6 years of their life?
Well, I think recruiting is, my job is to help that young man go to where he fits perfectly, you know, and I want guys that want to play for BYU and they'll give everything they have on that field. Right. You look at the names and the people that have their jerseys retired, the people that have been on that field, that have spilt their blood, sweat, and tears on that field out of respect for the past and the people that have gone through it, the 3 that just retired, the numbers. I think it's important for us to find the right fit. And so when a recruit realizes that you're about them and finding the right spot, the last thing that I want to happen is a young man that's here that wish he was somewhere else. Right. And the same thing going vice versa. You know, so let's find the best place suited for him and his needs and his dreams. And a lot of those guys realize with their families that BYU is in line with what their dreams are, and then and that they can accomplish a lot of great things, especially because of what the past has proven already with the tradition, the fans, and the past players that have been through the program. A
lot of those dreams are, I want to go to the NFL, Coach, and you want every kid to want that, don't you? That
yeah,
comes through your eyes.
Well, it's my job to get them to achieve their dreams, right? And when someone's passionate about something, and if it's football, you can usually find other passions that are associated with it. Now, I wanted to play in the NFL as badly as I wanted it. My athleticism was limited, you know, but it pushed me to coaching, and it pushed me into this role. And I think that if whatever your passion is, whether it's music or entertainment or whatever, art or sports, let's use that, your passion to find other things in life and that you can be excited to do every day and hopefully make an impact in other people's lives. And so that's my job. And a lot of these young men want to play in the NFL, and so let's get them there. And it's my job as a coach also to protect them with the stuff that we know and with, you know, head injuries and all that stuff. It's my job as a coach to help them stay healthy and help them feel like we were looking out for them. And the only way I can say is that I think our coaching staff and our players are a great family, and we treat them like they're our own. And so I think that's what people are looking for in recruiting, and that's just nothing unique to me as a coach. I learned that, and I felt that when I was here under LaVell, and I'm just honored to be here.
Do you like the caliber of athlete you have now as far as NFL potential on this football team?
I just like the caliber and the character and the integrity of these guys. Yeah. You know, whatever happens from here on out, getting to the league and all that, I wish everyone the best, but there's just so many different opportunities and options for these young men. I just hate to define it only to limit it to the NFL. You know, what I'm interested in is the type of men that they become in society and the community. And I look at Luke, who's the best athlete I've ever been around, and I see the great things that he's done as a husband and as father. That's what I'm excited to help our young men become.
The guys report next month, earliest time in school history, July 25th, I think it was, or something like that. How eager are you to get them here and get them going? As a unit, I know they're here working out.
Yeah, the NCAA did some things where you can do a little bit more football, but I think we talked about as a staff, and we're trying to be strategic with getting ready for the season. I think the worst thing that could happen is you're peaking and you're in great shape in July. You know, it's like we use fall camp and everything to get ready, so that we're hoping that we're starting to peak around the beginning of the season, and then try to maintain it as long as we can. And we've done a great job with that last year. And I trust our strength and conditioning coach, Utafisi, and I think it's going to go well. I mean, our guys, we just trained all our guys and tested them again, and in a year they've made a lot of improvement with their speed, their size, and their strength, and so I think that should do well for us.
Well, Coach Edwards was hired here in 1972. 3 years later, you were born. So here you're getting ready for your second season, and he has always been here. Throughout your entire life, he has been associated as the head of BYU football, even in retirement. What is it like for you now to start with him gone? Physically, but not spiritually.
Yeah, I mean, the guy has influenced my life in so many ways. It's hard to just limit to one answer. You know, I love him. And so I wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. I wouldn't have met great people and great teammates, great friends if it weren't for him. And so I'm lucky to have known him, and I'm glad that he was here for the first year that I was head coach, and I miss him, you know. So
yeah, he might look at this schedule and say you're crazy.
Hey, he's told me I'm crazy many times before, but it's a good thing, and I feel like you're going to talk about his legacy and his coaching tree, and the influence of LaVell isn't gone. It will last for eternity because of all the people and the lives that he's touched, and I'm just one of the many people that have got to know him but have changed our lives.
You'll be a part of that show this afternoon. Here's what's ahead. Portland State on August 26th, 3 o'clock on ESPN, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. First college football game of the year, or at least of the new season, on ESPN. Following Saturday, September 2nd, Cougars meet LSU at Reliant Stadium in Houston, home of February's Super Bowl. Kick time's 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain on ESPN. September 9th, Utah in town at 10:15 Eastern, 8:15 Mountain on either ESPN, ESPN2, or ESPNU. It's the first time, Kalani, that you've faced the Utes in Provo since you were a player in 1999, a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We got a lot other things to handle before we get there.
Wisconsin comes in town on September 16th, 3:30 Eastern, 1:30 Mountain on ABC and ESPN. First time the Badgers will play in Provo in history. And Austin Kofensis, your sophomore quarterback, started his career at Wisconsin just a couple of years back, and now have a chance to get out there and take down the Badgers. After, here's the situation with once we get in October, we got Utah State there at the end of September, General Conference weekend, and then we get to October, Boise State's at home, 2 classic battles the last 2 years with them, at Mississippi State, then at East Carolina, so back-to-back weeks in the South. San Jose State comes in on October 28th, and then we get into the November slate. And again, 6 wins gets BYU bowl eligible. There will be a bowl game by contract with ESPN, but it's not sure where that is. At Fresno State, at UNLV, UMass is here, and then you get to go to Hawaii to finish the season. I know you're recruiting heavily over there, and it's good to take your football team there for a game.
Yeah, that seems so far away, but it's going to be fun. I mean, I was able to play there as a player, and we have a good following there. Good fan support, and so I mean I think most of the places that we go to, there'll be great fans there, and I've met a bunch that have said that they can't wait to see us in Houston, and they can't wait to see us against Portland State game, the season opener. So it's exciting, and I can't wait to see what our coaches can do with our players. And going into the second year, it's going to be a lot of fun.
You ready to share the stage with Ty once again?
He'll just take over the whole thing, but yeah, let's do it.
All right. Up next, well, we'll get Ty in a moment. We're going to get defensive first. We'll go to your wheelhouse and get to that side of the ball. Assistant head coach Ed Lamb and defensive coordinator Elisa Tuiaki. Join us next here on BYU Football Media Day on BYU TV.